Before we head into the video, I'd love to give a shout out to the sponsor of the channel, RL Exchange. Now, RL Exchange is a great way to buy Rocket League items and credits on any platform at the cheapest prices so that you can build your dream setup. Make sure to go and check out their website using the top link in the description and use code TXC to get yourself 3% off your order. In this series, I'm trading from nothing all the way up to the alpha cap, and this is episode 36. Just before we get into the trades, I'd like to mention I'm giving away a white octane every 1,000 subscribers on the channel, so make sure to subscribe if you want to be in with a chance of winning yourself a white octane. All you have to do to enter is drop a like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and finally head over to my Discord server, and the link to that is in the description down below. But anyway, as always, we're going to be going for 100 likes on this episode, and let's get straight into the first trade of episode 36. Okay, so we're going to be hopping straight into the first trade of the video, and as you can see right now, the inventory is very stacked. I've said it for about 5 or so episodes right now, but I want to get rid of those hard to sell black markets, the Dueling Dragons, the Phoenix Cannon. They've been around for way too long. Obviously, I've got the other items as well, but in the first trade, I am selling the White Fennec for 1.4k. Pretty basic trade, but I have got to just get rid of those easy to sell items before I move on to the more lower demand items, just so I can focus on selling them a little bit easier. And I'm actually buying another low demand item into the inventory, and I'm not gonna lie, this is a very good way to make profit because I'm underpaying 400 credits for this item. It will take quite a long time to sell, but eventually I should be able to get the minimum value for this item. It might take a few days, but I don't think that item will go down. It's not got a lot of activity going on, so yeah, I don't think it would go down. It should remain pretty stable, and that gives me a lot of time to sell it anyway, which obviously I need because it has pretty much no demand whatsoever. But I am going to be selling a Cobalt Dueling Dragons in this trade. Finally, oh my god, this has been around for days, maybe even a week, I'm not even sure. It's way too long anyway, and I am going to be getting the minimum value, and I don't think I'm going to be buying any more Cobalt Dueling Dragons. At least I'll buy and sell more painted Dueling Dragons, but Cobalt, definitely not. That is not going in my inventory unless I do a massive underpay for it, because yeah, I also know my friend is stuck with one right now. I couldn't sell that one, so I don't know what it is. It's just the Cobalt Dueling Dragons that has no demand. But anyway, we're going to move, and we are going to be selling a black OEM for a white standard. I'm also adding 200 credits, so my offer is 1.3k. Right now the white standard is 1.4k minimum value. It's a very high demand item, so I'm getting profit and also an item that is easier to sell than the black OEM, so a win-win situation for me. And I'm also going to be getting rid of that Saffron mainframe for, I believe, the minimum value. It took me about 40 minutes, which is very quick for low demand items, and this is a very good way to make profit because yeah, it took me about 40 minutes. I did get lucky that I was able to clear it out that quickly, but yeah, the way to buy these, I list up a bunch of posts on RL Garage offering for items that range from mainframe, interstellar, 20xx, gravity bomb, Phoenix Cannon, pretty much all the painted black markets, and I'm underpaying by loads of credits. And if anybody's interested, I buy their black market, I let it sit and marinate in my inventory for a bit, but eventually I find a buyer and get my profit. It does take a long time, but as I said earlier, those items don't have a lot of activity. They should remain pretty stable, and that gives you a good amount of time to actually flip it for profit. And as you just saw there, I was able to sell my bubbly for the minimum value as well. It's a high demand item, unpainted black market, loads of people want it. I was able to clear that pretty quickly, and again, that does give me some more room to trade off some low demand items. But I'm also going to be buying another item into the inventory that has sort of a low demand. It's the White Dueling Dragon, so it's a good item, but it doesn't have as much demand as certain items such as maybe painted octane, so I'm underpaying by 200 credits, which is a decent amount. I should be able to flip that for the minimum value pretty quickly. And I'm also buying another painted Dueling Dragons again. I know this will be fairly easy to sell, unlike that Cobalt Dueling Dragons, but I'm only underpaying by 200 credits. Again, it is one of the cheaper Dueling Dragons, so there's not much of a margin for me to actually underpay, but yeah, 200 credit underpay. I should be able to get 400 credits profit from both of those Dueling Dragons that I've just bought when I do sell them for the minimum value. Again, it might take a little bit of effort, but only the White Dueling Dragons has some activity right now. I'll be able to get that sold pretty quickly. The Lime Dueling Dragons not really doing anything on the spreadsheet, so yeah, again, I do have quite a lot of time to sell that. I don't believe it will go down while it's in my inventory, and I believe it was at this point that I put a massive push on trying to sell everything that I had in my inventory. As you can see, I just got rid of my white standard there for the minimum value. Whenever I'm trying to sell loads of items, I'm going to start off with the ones that have the highest demand. I'll focus on getting those sold, whether I'm using the Xbox looking for group, because I'll be able to sell them the quickest, and then I'm able to sort of move on to the items that would take a little bit more time, and I'll focus on getting those sold. And I'm getting rid of the Black Dueling Dragons here for 2.5k. Didn't take too long either, so yeah, that was another dub. I did also say in the last episode that it isn't necessary that I sell all of my items. We're only on episode 36 right now, I believe. We're not even halfway done on this series. We're around 100,000 credits in, but yeah, realistically, I've got ages to sell all of these items. I don't actually need to work on getting them all sold, but I just feel so much better if they're all out of my inventory. It gives me a fresh start, and it also gives me a little bit of motivation, because if I'm just stuck with a load of items in my inventory, I'm not going to have a lot of motivation to actually trade, because I'm just going to feel like I'm getting absolutely nowhere. But as you saw, I did buy a Cobalt Sub-Zero into the inventory. I know I really shouldn't be doing that, but again, I've got ages to sell them, and I want to trade with new items as well. It makes it more entertaining for you guys. And also, I am getting rid of my Lime Encryption here finally. This has probably been around in the inventory for the second most longest time. The Cobalt Phoenix Cannon should be next, but yeah, I did actually quick sell that. The Black Slipstream is 100 credits less, but I believe it should have quite a higher demand, and also the Lime Encryption wasn't doing anything, so at least I've done something with it, and I should be able to flip that Black Slipstream, maybe get the minimum value. Now I'm going to be buying a Crimson Shatter. This item has actually been really good in this series. I've been able to sell it for the minimum value twice already, I believe, maybe even 3 times, but last time I believe I also bought it for 1.2k, so yeah, paid another 1.2k there. I should be able to flip that for the minimum value again and get 500 credits profit, and again, it's doing absolutely nothing on the spreadsheet, so I have ages to sell that. Now again, a little bit of a weird trade. I'm selling a White Dueling Dragons, which is valued at 2.7, for a Purple Dueling, which is 1.8, a Crimson Octane, which is 800 credits, so already that adds up to 2.6, hopefully my maths is correct. He also added 400 credits and an Anodized Pearl. In total, that adds up to 3,100 credits. It will take me a little bit of time to get all of those items sold, but yeah, I paid 2.5 for the Dueling Dragon, so that should be 600 credits profit when I get all of those items sold. And oh my god, I'm finally selling a Shade Raid. This is a massive dub. This has been around for ages. I still do have the Crimson one to sell, but either way, this is a good amount of progress. I'm selling one of the lowest demanded items in my inventory. That gives me so much motivation to trade and get the rest of them sold. I know that Phoenix Cannon is going to be very difficult to sell. The Crimson Shade Raid, that would be pretty difficult as well. And also the Pink Hextide, I did have a friend say to me, that was extremely hard to sell. So not ideal, but we are still slowly getting rid of all of those black markets. I'm also trying to not buy too many at the moment. I know I am buying a few, but I'm not trying to buy loads, because again, that will just stop the motivation, and I'm trying to get loads of motivation to actually trade. And I believe yesterday I got around 30 trades, and I also made around 4.5k profit, so I'm definitely getting back into a flow. Hopefully I'll be able to get all of those black markets sorted, cleared out the inventory, and then I'll be able to get a lot more trades. But I'm also buying 2 White Fennecs here for 2.6k, very high demand, very easy to sell, and this also gives me some very easy content, so it makes these videos a lot easier. But I should be able to get 1.4k for each of those and make 200 credits profit in total. And then also I'm buying a Crimson Shatter, what am I saying, a Crimson Standard for 600 credits, a 100 credit underpay. Again, very high demand, should be able to flip that very easily, and it shouldn't take too long to do that. And I'd say overall this episode has been a massive dub. I've been able to clear out a lot of the very low demand items. I still have quite a few to sell, and I've also bought some more into the inventory that might pose as a little bit of a challenge in the next episode. But so far, I'd say this episode is around 7-8 out of 10. So yeah, let me know what you think down below. How has trading gone for you recently as well? What methods are you using to make profit? But anyway, thank you so much for watching to the end of the video. Make sure to drop a like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. Also, as I said, I'm giving away a White Octane every 1k subs on the channel, so make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.
Me.